Hello everyone, I'm Sean. Alright, and this is Everyday Food Reviews. Today we've got the last two flavours of this Tiger juiced range. We've got Newschool Cool and Arb Uzi. Now, I'm guessing this one's a watermelon flavour because we've got watermelon pixel art on it, which is why I'd saved it till last, because I would expect this to be my favourite flavour. I haven't checked what the juice is in this, but it's potentially watermelon. I need to Google that, and I'll put up some text. This one, Newschool Classic. I was wondering if this was going to be an original energy drink flavour, but of course it's got the 20% juice. I sent a picture of the ingredients to my friend Jacek, who is Polish, and he's had a look and he said it's got apple and grape juice in it, but there's no hint as to the flavour. But something interesting he did mention is it's got erythritol in it, which is a sugar alcohol sweetener. I think the last drink I remember noticing, it might have been in more and I've just not noticed, but the last drink I noticed it in was the Red, White and Boom energy. You don't often see it because compared to things like sucralose and aspartame, it does have a measurable amount of carbs. So when it's a sugar-free drink, they're going to avoid putting that in because they want to say like 0 carb, 0 calorie sort of thing, or as close to 0 as they can get. And when it's a drink with sugar in, they can just use sugar, because the thing with the erythritol is it's as close to sugar as you're going to get from a sweetener. So I'd assumed that the previous drinks that we tried were sort of very natural and sweet tasting in spite of having less than 4 grams of sugar because of the juice in there. But I think the erythritol will also be playing a large part in that. But apparently it can upset your tummy. I've not experienced any upset tummies beyond what I would normally expect from the amount of energy drinks I drink. Anyway, we'll try this one first because, I initially hoped or expected that the watermelon would be my favourite, but that UFO one absolutely blew me away. Jacek runs one of my favourite meme pages on Facebook. It's a Danzig meme page. And it smells like original energy drink. Cheers. Yeah, that one's disappointing. In spite of having the juice in there, it does just taste like an original energy drink flavour. It's fine, but literally any of the other flavours is so much more compelling than this, especially if you're paying £1.69 import prices like I was. I'll put a link to the Danzig meme page and his radio show in the description. Well, I met Glenn Danzig a few years ago, and he gave me some advice that I'll never forget. So I was at a gig in Wolverhampton. I was waiting after the gig. I'd met Doyle and got Doyle's autograph. I was waiting at Danzig's tour bus for him to have a shower and whatever he does, and hoping that he comes out to sign some autographs before the last train home. And he did. I was nervous, I was waiting. I got to the front of the line and I dropped my Sharpie. And I hesitated, and I can't even remember if I said anything. But it was Glenn Danzig. I was anxious to meet him. I know he's not really a people person, but I was excited to meet him because it's Glenn Danzig, and I love Glenn Danzig. I love his music. I think he's a funny guy. Whether he intends to be or not, I think he's hilarious. I dropped my pen, my Sharpie, and that's when he gave me the advice that I'll never forget. dropped the pen and I hesitated, and he said, "You want to pick that up before it rolls." And I did, and got his autograph. Well, that was a good day. I enjoyed meeting Danzig. This drink, it's alright. If you're in a shop and you see, I mean, it does taste like one of the full sugar original energy drinks for what that's worth, but unless I'd have read the can, I wouldn't have even known there was juice in it. It does just taste like an original energy drink. So if you want something that's less sugar, but not sugar free, then it's fine. It tastes very sweet. But I don't know why you'd pick that up over any of the others. I'd probably sooner just drink Kong Strong from Lidl as far as original energy drinks go. If you're picking up just one can to try, if you find somewhere with the range of the 6, I don't even know if there's 6, there could be more than that, but the 6 was how many they had in the shop near me on Kenny Road in Liverpool. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't pick up any of the others instead. Just no. Because I thought that some of the can designs were similar to Rockstar, and I saw this with the skull and the pale blue and the pink, and I thought that this was going to be the mango one until I noticed that another one said Mango Bomb on it. So just be aware that this is an original energy drink flavour, and it's not a mango flavour or any tropical flavour or anything, because it's got like little palm trees on it there as well. Like, it is just an original flavour, it's not anything tropical or even interesting, unfortunately. The watermelon one, or what we assume to be watermelon, is pink. Oh, that smells good. It smells like something in between Rockstar Freeze watermelon, but that could just be because of my hopes and expectations in the back of my mind before I open the can, and the watermelon whistle lollies that you used to get when you were a kid. I don't know if anyone else had them. It was just a watermelon flavour lollipop. It smells very good. It smells very, very sweet though. That's my only reservation. Cheers. It is very sweet. It does taste like a lollipop. It tastes so sweet that I'm thinking it's more like a strawberry and watermelon flavour. I don't know if there's any strawberry in it, but because it's so sweet, that's where my mind's going to, because normally if you have a watermelon flavour that's too sweet, it's because it's got strawberry and it's a strawberry and watermelon. But it does have quite a sour edge as well. For me, that's not as good as Rockstar Freeze watermelon. I would not be at all disappointed in that if not for some of the other flavours being so exceptional, the UFO one especially. If I'd have had this one first, I'd say this is amazing. And it is. But that UFO one, that's just so much better than any similar flavours. This, for me, isn't quite as good as similar flavours I've had. However, Rockstar Freeze watermelon we can't get anymore anyway. So, we're comparing it to a flavour that, doesn't exist anymore. So, in terms of the watermelon flavours that are out there, we've got Rain Melon Mania. And that's about it. And my biggest problem with that is how sweet it is, and how sticky, candy sweet it is. This suffers from a similar problem, but not to the same extent. I think because of the juice and because of the sugar, it tastes a lot more natural and less sticky, and it has a sour edge to it, and it just tastes like a more balanced flavour instead of just being overwhelmingly sweet and not much else. And I say that as someone who really enjoys the rain as well. Yeah, the rain's definitely up there. There's a very good watermelon flavour, but I think this edges it out for me personally. There's not a lot in it though. I think I'd prefer this, but you know, 169 is more expensive than you're getting for rain for most of the time now. This is less available than rain. It's got more sugar and calories in than rain. But just given the choice, picking between them based on taste alone, I prefer this. But it's not as good as Rockstar Freeze Watermelon. Although, it's probably a more rounded, balanced flavour than the Freeze Watermelon. I think a lot of people might prefer this. And the Freeze Watermelon was sweet by virtue of the fact that it had about 70 grams of sugar in the can. So with that in mind, I don't know, if they released a Freeze Watermelon to coincide with the sugar tax rules now, and it was less than 5 grams of sugar, and it tasted like this, I wouldn't be too disappointed in it. So in that regard, this is also really, really good. I would 100% recommend any of these flavours that I've tried. Apart from this Newschool classic, just don't see the point. Tastes like an original energy drink. And the mango one, I think I prefer it to Monster Mango. Most people won't. I don't prefer it to Rockstar El Mango. So that one's a bit of a tough one, because I know I'd recommend it to anyone who prefers Rockstar El Mango over Mango Loco, because that's what it's more similar to. But if you prefer Mango Loco from Monster, you're probably not going to be a fan of the Tiger one, is what I would suggest. Yeah, we'll wrap it up there. 6 very compelling drinks. I'll be looking out for more, either more of the same cans to keep in my fridge, or more different flavours, because these have been, like I said before, we've always known Tiger can make a good drink. You got after the after alcohol one, whatever that's called, Tiger Restart, and the Tiger Blue Screen. They're up there as some of the nicest drinks I've had. And now that they've just added to that, I think there's probably as many Tiger drinks in my top 5, in my top 10 or 20 as there are Monster or Rockstar. I mean, this watermelon, if we're talking top 20 and I can have Watermelon Freeze and this one, then they'd both be in there. The UFO would be in there in the top 5 easily. The Blue Screen would be in there somewhere below the UFO, unfortunately, but probably, I mean, it'd definitely be in the top 20. Restart would probably be in the top 20. Yeah, really, really compelling drinks from them. So excited, hopefully they come out in the UK natively and we can get these for quid 20 or something. Yeah, that'll do it for today. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Cheers.